The planet Varnus 9 was never known for beauty, only endurance. A place of black rocks, electric storms, and a green sky that pulsed without rest. The only planet in the system believed to hold intelligent life. There, Kyle grew up, a soldier without a past, shaped by war and the promise of protecting what he loved. But what did he love? Sometimes the face of a little girl, other times only the sound of rain hit a military medal. Everything changed the day an alien appeared. Communications collapsed, towers burned, the ground shook with an impact from the sky. At the crater center, Kyle saw a figure, a woman with skin like wet glass, breathing green vapor. With each movement, small cracks opened, something alive moving beneath, pulsing. The crater was close to the base where Kyle served, and the soldiers arrived quickly. They opened fire without hesitation. Bullets passed through her, dissolving into liquid. Then she looked at Kyle and smiled. His mind shattered. For a moment, he was no longer there. He saw memories, laughter, and a girl run into his arms. When he came to, he was on the ground. The creature had escaped, and something crawled on his neck. He crushed what seemed to be a small elongated worm, with teeth that sank into his skin like a leech. 2 days later, war was declared against the mysterious parasite spreading through the city. Kyle was recruited without a second thought. He fought to protect his daughter, he told himself, the one waiting for him in Marion. Each battlefield day blurred things more. The screams of infected soldiers no longer sounded human. Some melted and twisted, others rose again with empty eyes, moved by a foreign mind. Something spoke in Kyle's dreams. No emotion, no voice, but clear in his mind.
You promised me, Kyle. Why do you deny me now?
He woke up sweating, feeling something crawl under his skin. Kyle hid among the wreckage of a downed ship. As the radio crackled, he heard a child's laughter. When he looked at the reflection in his rifle scope, he saw behind him his daughter's room, her photo, the drawing she made of him. But the drawing was wrong. The face on the paper was the same creature that had stared at him in the crater. He blinked, and everything vanished. Kyle fell to his knees. He never had a daughter. None of it was real. It was the parasite, replacing memories, mixing emotions, rewriting who he was. The next day, the squad received orders to strike at the source of the swarm. Kyle marched with the others, but something fell off. The alien was there, floating above the field, completely still. Her eyes were covered by tendrils growing from her massive carapace, forming false membranes over her face. The liquid in the orbs and the tubes boiled as if alive. When the membranes opened, a burst of green light erupted. The troops began to fall. Translucent larvae, tiny as dust, hatched from a nest located near her lower back. The other parasites looked larger, with new colors and hardened shells, as if rapidly evolved. They carried glowing antennae that paralyzed the troops, while another swarm pierced the soldier with serrated stingers. The alien tore through the soldiers with her claws, advancing with animal fury. When finally cornered, she used her stinger, capable of piercing a victim's chest with surreal speed as a blink of an eye. The soldier's blood mixed with the creature's green pulsing fluid. Kyle watched men and women dissolve, consumed from the inside out. But he wasn't. He stood untouched, protected. She didn't attack him. The parasites didn't either.
Kyle, listen to me.
Her voice was calm, almost sorrowful.
It wasn't supposed to be like this. You are prisoners too.
He raised his weapon at her, hands shaking with pure terror, and fired. When the sound faded, the one lying on the ground wasn't the creature. It was the general, the man who had trained him. His body bled over the rocky soil. His eyes, still open and confused, begged silently for answers Kyle didn't have. The voices in Kyle's head began to scream. His vision dimmed to black. Then a new voice rose through the noise, deep and metallic, slicing straight into him. Kyle woke up in a place he had never seen. It felt like the inside of a living machine. Tunnels pulsed around him, and something thick dripped from the walls. Flashes of truth hit him. He was inside a massive organic starship, the real reason Varnus 9 felt wrong. The vessel wrapped the planet in a gray-green mist, feeding on it and reshaping it. At the center stood a towering figure, the architect. From the waist up, its form resembled a human silhouette, yet mechanical arms rose from its back, each ending in clear syringes filled with swirling green fluid. Its face was a shifting smear, two red eyes cutting the dark.
Can you hear me now, Kyle?
What did you do to me? He whispered.
You evolved. Our species was nothing but flawed instinct. But now you have something superior. It is wonderful, isn't it?
The architect stepped closer. Each movement echoed like a tear opening in empty space. Its eyes flickered blue, then red, flames passing through them for seconds at a time. Yet Kyle still could not see the face beneath the shadows.
AEKIS was the first, the perfect prototype. You are the successor. The fusion of mind and living matter, the missing link.
The walls throbbed harder. Kyle screamed as visions crashed through him. Memories vanished, others were forced into place. He saw AEKIS as a child, wired to machines. She had never been a monster, she had been built.
This starship is my greatest work. Something beyond matter, beyond understanding. Soon you and Nikki will clean Spartus 9 and carry our design to another world. A new civilization, strong, pure, beautiful.
Kyle staggered forward, his body shifting under his skin. His veins glowed green, and the liquid eye that grew on his head began to boil. Why?
Because you like me.
The shadow bent closer. For the first time, Kyle saw the outline of the face behind the darkness. It was familiar. The scar above the brow, the shape of the jaw. His heart froze. Brother.